The greatest mystery a person carries is not actually in the universe, but in their own body. While looking at the stars, we try to unravel the secrets of the sky. We reach billions of light years away with telescopes. But perhaps the real universe is inside our skull and in the heart beating in our chest. Throughout history, humanity has asked, what is consciousness? What is intelligence? Where do thoughts, emotions, memories originate? And perhaps the most striking question is, where is our true self hidden? In our brain or in our heart? The brain is the most complex structure we know in the universe. It consists of approximately 100 billion neurons, and each neuron forms thousands of connections, creating trillions of synapses. These connections work with electrical and chemical signals, thinking, dreaming, making decisions, loving or hating. All of this happens within this incredible network. It works like a computer, but is much more than that. Because a computer only processes data, whereas the brain creates a conscious experience. This is where the real mystery begins. How does the firing of neurons give rise to the feeling of existence? How does the ion exchange inside a nerve cell transform into the feeling of happiness? Science still does not know the answer to this question. That's why theories of consciousness about the brain have been proposed. Some consider consciousness a byproduct of the brain, while others see it as a universal phenomenon, a force that exists at the foundation of the entire universe. Perhaps the brain is just like an antenna that captures this consciousness. When we look at intelligence, we encounter the same veil of mystery. Human intelligence is not limited to merely gathering information. Creativity, imagination, intuition. These are things beyond algorithms. Artificial intelligence can speak like a human today. It can beat us in chess. It can even produce works of art. But the question that needs to be asked is this: does it really feel? Does it really understand? Or is it just processing data and creating an illusion? The intelligence of the human brain is too profound to be explained solely by processing power. Our memory not only recalls the past, but also constructs the future. When we think of a memory, our brain reconstructs it. It works like a new story. Our mind not only records reality, it constantly shapes it. But the interesting thing is that some research shows that intelligence and consciousness do not originate solely from the brain. There are both scientific and philosophical views that our heart also has its own intelligence. There is a neural network in the heart consisting of about 40,000 neurons. This is called the heart-brain. This small nervous system can make decisions independently of our brain, process information, and even exhibit memory on its own. The heart sends signals to the brain via the vagus nerve and maintains continuous communication with it. Interestingly, this communication is not one way. The heart affects the brain's working rhythm, emotional state, and perception. So, the heart is not just a muscle that pumps blood. At the same time, it is the center of our emotions and intuitions. The energy of the heart is also remarkable. According to measurements, the electromagnetic field of the heart is dozens of times stronger than that of the brain. This field can be detected even from a few meters away. Studies conducted by the HeartMath Institute show that when the heart rhythm is regulated, the brain works more harmoniously. In people who meditate, pray, or find inner peace, heartbeats become more rhythmic. This aligns with brain waves. Thus, the person becomes both calmer and more creative. Maybe that's why we say, I felt it from my heart. Because the heart's intuitive intelligence often comes into play before our brain's rational calculations. At this point, mysticism and philosophy come into play. For centuries, scholars have said that truth is hidden in the heart. The heart is not only the home of emotions, but also the spiritual center of a person. In Eastern teachings, the heart is the point where a person connects with the universe. In Chinese medicine, the heart is considered the throne of the mind. In Indian philosophy, the heart chakra is regarded as the center of the soul. In Islamic mysticism, the heart is the door to divine truth. It is not possible to see the truth without purifying the heart. All these teachings tell us this: the heart is not just a biological organ, but also the spiritual center where a person connects with truth. When we combine these two perspectives of science and philosophy, a striking picture emerges. The brain is the center where consciousness is processed and interpreted. The heart, on the other hand, nourishes this consciousness with energy, emotion, and intuition. When they work together, that great consciousness that makes a person human is born. This is why some scientists say we cannot explain humans solely with the brain. We must also consider the heart. Perhaps human intelligence is hidden not in the folds of the brain, but in the rhythm of the heart. So, what do all these insights tell us? Perhaps the secret of consciousness is hidden neither solely in neurons nor solely in heartbeats. Perhaps the real secret lies in the harmony, in the symphony created by the brain and the heart together. You just think about it. When you fall in love, your heart beats rapidly, your brain fills with emotions. When you're afraid, your heart tightens, your brain focuses on danger, love, fear, hope. They all occur both in the brain and the heart. Perhaps what makes a person human is this dual symphony. Still, there are many unanswered questions. Is consciousness entirely a biological process, or is it a force inherent in the universe? Can artificial intelligence one day gain consciousness, or will it remain just an imitation? Is the intuitive intelligence of the heart truly measurable, or is it just a metaphor? Science continues to pursue these questions. But there is one truth. The more humanity learns about its own brain and heart, the more deeply it will understand its own existence. And perhaps the greatest secret is this. We don't need to look at the stars to understand the universe, because the secret of the universe may be hidden in the folds of our brain and the rhythm of our heart. Perhaps true consciousness will be revealed when we learn to see these two centers as a whole. The greatest journey of a person is the journey within themselves. Discovering the truth hidden among the infinite folds of the brain and the deep rhythms of the heart is perhaps humanity's most ancient quest. Maybe we will never fully find the answers. But the search itself is what makes us human. And perhaps the real universe is not hidden in the sky, but in the common language of our heart and brain. So, do you think more with your brain or with your heart?